Tackle HD Worldwide Buzzer. Fried Rod 7.3 Heavy. Got bagging.
Here's Luke Routh with your latest fishing report for Stockton Lake. It's brought to you courtesy of Tackle HD.
Hey everyone, Luke Routh here, wanting to bring you a fishing report for Stockton Lake. It's the middle of November and Stockton's fishing a little tougher right now. It's still about the same as it has been. Not a lot of bites on the Stockton. You got to cover a lot of water to find the fish you're catching. There's two predominant bites, so we're going to spend our main time talking about those. This is the two best bites on the lake, in my opinion, right now if you're going fishing. One's going to be a wigglewort, rock crawler, flat side, some sort of crankbait, guys. They're biting a crawfish colored crankbait. If you get over there, you're going to have to figure them out what kind of crankbait they're on that day. They love the craw colored crankbaits in the fall. Cold fronts hit. Guarantee you they're biting a crankbait over at Stockton Lake right now. And the other one is a spinnerbait. Trophy Bass Co. CS2 spinnerbait. This has been my color. This little clear and purple color has been the color this fall for catching fish on Stockton Lake. These two are going to carry the load for me if I'm going fishing right now. I'm going to have a couple other baits tied on. We're going to talk about them, but these two are going to carry the workload. I'm going to spend a lot of time cranking. When I get to some brush laying along the bank or I get to some suspended timber, I'm going to pick up the spinnerbait. These two are going to carry me if I'm going to go over and try to fun fish or fish a tournament right now. Let's talk about your crankbaits when you go over to do some wigglewort fishing. I like natural colors, something with some orange and green olive back, something along those lines. Anything Phantom, PBJ Phantom, PBJ itself, Mocraw in the wigglewort series. They're all great baits. These are custom painted OG warts, so I have a hard time finding this color, but they may still make some good ones. You guys can still catch fish on the regular ones. I prefer the OGs. I'm bought in on them, so I spent a lot of money trying to acquire these OG wiggle-warts. But I got them custom painted, some colors I like to fish the lake. And then you get to the spinnerbait, you're gonna just fish it around that shallow lay down cover and make multiple casts, guys. It may take more than one cast, or if you get on a windy chunk rock bank, look for the cracks in them rocks, roll cast that spinnerbait up there to really work it. So I'm really more slow rolling, not much of a burn in the spinnerbait bite. I'm kind of slow rolling it down across them rocks, trying to get them fish to react. So another bite I like this time of year, don't talk about a whole lot, is a Texas rigged Strike King minnow. Just a 1/4 ounce tungsten weight, 3/0 hook, and a Strike King minnow. That is hard to beat this time of year when they get on them crawfish. If you get around them crankbait eaters, they seem, if they slow down on you, you can seem to pick up that minnow, fish it really, really slow down those rock banks. And you can pick up some really, really good fish on those rock banks. There's a couple other baits I'd have tied on. Jig bite is going to get good. More of a finesse jig. I don't have any with me right now. My boat's not with me. But motion fishing finesse jig. I like Sardis craw, Mo craw, finesse jigs. Pair it up with a chunk style trailer and go fishing in the fall time. So I'm going to keep that and kind of throw it in the same places I'm going to throw the menaces. You know, down some of those steeper main lake chunk rock banks. Great bite in the fall time, that motion fishing finesse jig bite. And then it's getting cold. We're going to have to talk about an Alabama rig. A-rig, windy main lake points, windy secondary points. It's that time of year, guys. They're going to bite the A-rig. Have some really good smallmouth days on the A-rig this time of year when it first gets cold, but I don't think they're on it just yet. I think this is going to happen. I think you're going to see a big progression of the fish here the next week or two. Weather's supposed to stay cold. I think they're getting ready to hunker down where they're going to be for the winter time and really work them over with an Alabama rig. Jerkbait bite, haven't had much jerkbait bite yet. So I had some at Palm de Terre. I've tried to fish it Stockton in the wind. Ain't having much biting on the jerkbait yet, but it will happen sooner or later, and I would say it's sooner rather than later. So if you keep this 1-2 punch at Stockton Lake right now, you're going to catch some fish. We're still dealing with the lake being 7 foot low, lower than we've ever seen it. A lot of our favorite banks are out of the water, so now's a great time to go find some new banks to throw your favorite lures on in the fall. These two will get the job done. I'll be back in a couple weeks. I'm going to get married, and then I'll be back to give you all another report and hopefully do a lot more fishing. So until next time, we'll see y'all later.